नमस्कार मित्रांनो, कसे आहात सगळे? मस्त मजेत ना? एस क्लास एज्युकेशन बाय सुहानीमध्ये आपल्या सर्वांचं मनापासून स्वागत आहे. फ्रेंड्स, in this video we are going to see full exercise of chapter number 1, 10th standard science, heredity and evolution. So friends, let us start. Let us see first question. First question is complete the following diagram. Evidences of evolution. So first one is already given, that is morphological. Second one is similarities in bones structure, and third one here is answer, that is paleontological and embryological. Okay, so these two are answers. After that we are going to see second question. Second question is read the following statements and justify same in your words with the help of suitable examples. First one is human evolution began approximately 7 crore years ago. So your answer is here. Answer, first point, approximately around 7 crore years back the ice age began on the earth. In such conditions dinosaurs became extinct. The evolution and diversity of mammals started during this time. Due to change in climate, the forest cover also declined rapidly. Second, ancestors of monkey-like animals were lemur-like animals which evolved during this time period. Third one is the tails of these monkey-like creatures started vanishing very gradually around 4 crore years ago. Fourth point, the body and brain both increased in volume, forming first ape-like animals. The monkey-like ancestors gave rise to two evolutionary links to apes and human-like animals. Fifth one, later the human evolution took place by changes in the brain volume, the ability to walk upright, excessive use of hand for manipulation. Sixth one, this journey of human evolution began 7 crore years back, but the true wise and intelligent man arose around 50,000 years ago. Now we are going to see question number 2b question, that is geographical and reproductive isolation of organisms gradually leads to speciation. The answer is point 1. Every species survives in specific geographical conditions. The requirements of food and habitat is specific for each species. Their reproductive ability and period is also different. Second point, therefore, the individuals from one species cannot reproduce with individuals from other species. Third point, when they are separated by a distance or geographical barriers, they are said to be isolated geographically. Fourth point, when they cannot reproduce with each other, they are said to be isolated reproductively. Fifth point, the ancestor species of both these subspecies may be the same, but due to isolation over a very long time duration, there is genetic variation between the two. Therefore, the isolation leads to speciation. Now, question number 2, C, that is study of fossils is an important aspect of study of evolution. The answer is first point, fossils offer paleontological evidence for the evolutionary process. Second point, due to some natural calamities, the organisms get buried during ancient times. Third point, the impression and remnants of such organisms remain preserved underground. The hot lava also traps some organisms or their impression. All such formations form fossils. Fourth point, study of fossils help the researcher to understand the characteristics of the organisms that existed in the past. Fifth point, carbon dating method also helps in finding out exact age of the fossil. According to the structure of Earth's crust, the fossils are obtained at specific depths. Sixth point, the oldest ones are obtained at the depth while the relatively recent ones occupy the upper surface. Thus, fossils of invertebrates were seen in very old Paleozoic era. Later were seen fossils of fishes, amphibia, and reptilia. The Mesozoic era was dominated by reptiles, while Coenozoic era showed presence of mammals. Question number 2 D. There is evidences of fetal science among chordates. Answer. First point. Very young embryos of fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds and mammals show quite similar structure in the early stages. Second point. As the further growth takes place, they acquire different patterns. Third point. The initial similarity between the vertebrate embryos is an evidence that during evolution there was a common ancestor for all the vertebrate classes. Fourth point. This is called embryological evidence for vertebrate evolution. After that, we are going to see question number 3. Question number 3. Complete the statements by choosing correct options from bracket. So now we are going to see answers directly. First fill in the blank was the causality behind the sudden changes was understood due to mutation principle of Hugo de Vries. So answer is mutation. Second, the proof for the fact that protein synthesis occurs through gene was given by George Biedl and Edward Topham. Answer is gene. Third one is transfer of information from molecule of DNA to mRNA is called transcription process. So answer is transcription. Fourth one, evolution means gradual development. Answer is gradual development. And fifth one is vestigial organ appendix present in human body is proof of evolution. Answer is appendix. Next question is question number 4. Write short notes based upon the information known to you. So first one is Lamarckism. Answer. Lamarckism consists of two theories which were proposed by Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. These are as follows. A, that is first one, use and disuse of the organs, and B, that is second one, inheritance of acquired characters. Second point, in theory of use and disuse of organs, Lamarck says the characters of organs develop because specific activities that the organisms perform. If such organ is not used, it gets degenerated. Thus, the morphological changes takes place due to activities or laziness of a particular organism. Third point, to emphasize this theory, he quoted following examples. Due to constant extension of neck to eat foliage from the top of the trees, giraffe's neck became long. Similarly, blacksmith has strong arms due to constant work. He further adds that flightless ostrich and emu did not fly and hence their wings became useless. Aquatic birds like swan and duck made their feet suitable for swimming by living in water. Snake lost limbs as it tried burrowing mode. Fourth one, such acquired characters are passed from one parental generation to the offsprings. This is called inheritance of acquired characters. Fifth point, the theory of inheritance of acquired characters is not accepted as such transmission of acquired characters does not take place. Only genetic characters are transmitted. After that, we are going to see next question. Next one is Darwin's theory of natural selection. Darwin's theory of natural selection. Answer. First point, Charles Darwin proposed the theory of natural selection after making many observations on different specimens. He published a concept, survival of the fittest. Second point, Darwin explains this concept as follows. All the organisms reproduce prolifically. Therefore, there is always a competition for food, mate, etc. Only those organisms survive which show the adaptation for sustaining this struggle. Third point, natural selection plays important role by selecting only those organisms which are fit to live. Those that do not have better adaptations perish. Selected sustaining organisms then perform reproduction and form new species in a very long period of time. Darwin published his view on the book titled Origin of Species. After that, next one is C, embryology. Embryology. Answer. First point, embryology is the study of developing embryos. Second point, these embryos in their initial stages are very similar to each other. Third point, these similarities decrease later in the development. Fourth point, this similarity in initial stages indicate that these vertebrates have originated from a common ancestor. In evolutionary science, comparative study of embryos of various vertebrates provide evidence for evolution. Question number 4, D, evolution. Answer. First point, the sequential changes in the groups of living organisms that take place very gradually is called evolution. Second point, evolution is also described as the formation of new species due to natural selection. Third point, the process of evolution takes millions of years for development and speciation of different organisms. Fourth point, changes in stars and planets in space and the changes in biosphere occurring on the earth are all included under study of evolution. Fifth point, due to evolution, organisms become fit, biodiversity is increased and new species are created. Sixth point, different scientists have put forth theories to explain the process of evolution. Among these, Charles Darwin's theory of natural selection and speciation is accepted worldwide. Next one is E, connecting link. Answer. Some living organisms possesses some characters in them which are the distinctive features of different groups or phyla. Such individuals connect these two groups by sharing the characters of of both, and hence they are known as connective links. Okay. Examples: Peripatus. Peripatus is connecting link between Annelida and Arthropod. It shows characters of both animal phyla. Like Annelida worm, it shows segmented body, thin cuticle and parapodia. Like an arthropod, it shows open circulatory system and tracheal system for respiration. Second example is duckbill peripatus. This is a connecting link between reptiles and mammals. Like reptiles, it lays eggs, but like mammals, it has mammary glands and hairy skin. Third example, lungfish. Lungfish is a connecting link between fishes and amphibians. Though a fish, it shows lungs for respiration as in amphibian animals. Fourth point, connecting links indicate the direction and hierarchy of evolution. Question number 5. Define heredity. Explain the mechanism of hereditary changes. Answer. Point 1. Heredity. Heredity is the process by which the biological characters from one parental generation are transmitted to the next generation through genes. Second point is the mechanism of hereditary changes. First, mutation. Sudden change in the parental DNA can cause mutation. This results into changes in the hereditary characters. Second point, at the time of meiosis, the crossing over takes place. This creates new recombination of the genetic information. Therefore, the haploid gametes carry changed hereditary characters. Question number 6. Define vestigial organs. Write names of some vestigial organs in human body and write the names of those animals in whom same organs are functional. Answer. Point 1. Vestigial organs are degenerated or undeveloped organs of organisms which do not perform any function. Second point, according to the principle of natural selection, such organs are on the verge of disappearance, but it takes many millions of years for its complete vanishing. Third point, the vestigial organs in one animal may be of use, but to other kind of the animal, they still perform regular functions. Fourth point, appendix is vestigial for humans. It does not perform any function, but in ruminant animals, it is concerned with digestion. Fifth example, ear muscles are vestigial for us, but in monkeys and cattle, they are functional. Now we are going to see last question of this topic, that is question number 7. Answer the following questions. First question, how are the hereditary characters responsible for evolution? Hereditary characters are transmitted from parental generation to the offspring. These characters are maintained through inheritance, but the genes which are beneficial for the organisms in helping them to adapt to the environment are transmitted to the next generations in a greater proportion. This happens due to natural selection. The process of evolution happens at a very low pace. The favorable genes are preserved in the species as they bring about better survival of the individuals. Such individuals reproduce more efficiently and evolve. The individuals with unfavorable genes are not selected by nature and are thus removed from the population through natural death. The fuel for evolution is thus truly supplied by the hereditary changes. Next question is, explain the process of formation of complex proteins. Answer. The proteins are synthesized in following steps, viz. Transcription, translation and translocation. Protein synthesis takes place according to the sequence of nucleotides present on the DNA molecule with the help of RNA molecules. This is known as central dogma of protein synthesis. Transcription. In the process of transcription, here of and transcription are two separate words. mRNA is produced as per the nucleotide sequence on the DNA. For this, the two strands DNA are separated. Only one strand participates in the formation of mRNA. The sequence of nucleotides, which is complementary to that of present on DNA, is copied on mRNA. Instead of thymine present in DNA, uracil is added on the mRNA. Transcription takes place in nucleus, but the mRNA leaves nucleus, carries the genetic code and enters the cytoplasm. This genetic code is always in triplet form, and hence this is known as triplet codon. The code for each amino acid always consists of 3 nucleotides, complementary to the codon on mRNA. This process is known as translation. And after that, third process, that is translocation. In translocation, the ribosome keeps on moving from one end of mRNA molecule to the another end by distance of one triplet codon. While this process is taking place, RNA helps in joining the amino acid together by peptide bonds. The peptide chains later come together to form complex protein molecules. After this, we are going to see next question. Question number 7. C. Explain the theory of evolution and mention the proof supporting it. Answer. First point. According to the theory of evolution, first living material was in the form of protoplasm, which was formed in ocean. Second point, gradually it gave rise to unicellular organisms. Changes took place in these unicellular organisms which made them evolve into larger and more complex organisms. Third point, all evolutionary changes were very slow and gradual, taking about 300 crore years to happen. Fourth point, different types of organisms were developed as the changes and development that occurred in living organisms was all around and multidimensional. Fifth point, hence, this overall process of evolution is called organizational and progressive. Sixth point, variety of plants and animals developed from the ancestors having different structural and functional organization during the process of evolution. 7 point, proof here means evidences of evolution. These evidences are as follows. First one is morphological evidences, second one is anatomical evidences, third one is vestigial organs, fourth one is paleontological evidences, fifth one is connecting links, and sixth one is embryological evidences. Let us see next question. Next question is question number 7E. Define fossil. Explain importance of fossils as proof of evolution. Point 1. Fossils offer paleontological evidences for evolutionary process. Second, due to some natural calamities, the organisms get buried during ancient times. Third point, the impression and remnants of such organisms remain preserved underground. The hot lava also traps some organisms or their impressions. All such formation from fossils. Fourth, study of fossils help the researcher to understand the characteristics of the organisms that existed in the past. Fifth point, carbon dating method also helps in finding out exact age of the fossil. According to the structure of Earth's crust, the fossils are obtained at specific depths. Sixth point, the oldest ones are obtained at the depth while the relatively recent ones occupy the upper surface. या ठिकाणी येथे बी नाही आहे, डायरेक्ट थस लिहायचं आहे आपल्याला, बी मिस्टेक आहे. थस fossils of invertebrates were seen in very old Paleozoic era. Later were seen fossils of species amphibia and reptilia. The Mesozoic era was dominated by reptiles while Coenozoic era showed presence of mammals. Next question, that is question number 7F, and this is the last question of our exercise, that is write evolutionary history of modern man. So let us see answer of this question. Answer. First point, ancestors of humans developed from animals which resembles lemur-like animals. Second point, around 7 crore years ago, monkey-like animals evolved from some of these lemur-like animals. Third point, then about 4 crore years ago in Africa, the tails of these monkey-like creatures very gradually disappeared. Fourth point, simultaneously there was enlargement in their body and brain volume too. The hands also improved and were provided with opposable thumb. In this way, ape-like animals were evolved. त्याच्यानंतर आहे फिफ्थ पॉइंट, these ape-like animals independently gave rise to 2 lines of evolutions when giving rise to apes like gibbon and orangutan in the South and Northeast Asia and gorilla and chimpanzee which stayed in Africa around 2.5 crore of years ago. Sixth point, the other line of evolution gave rise to human-like animals around 2 crore years ago. Seventh point, the climate became dry and this resulted into reduction of forest cover. This made arboreal apes to descend on the land and start terrestrial mode. Eighth one, due to this, there were changes in the lemur bones and vertebral column. The hands were also freed from locomotion and thus they became more manipulative. Ninth point, later journey of hominoid species started from around 2 crore years ago. The first record of human-like animal is Ramapithecus ape from East Africa. Ramapithecus from Africa, after that Australopithecus, after that Neanderthal man, after that Cro-Magnon, and the important steps in human evolution are the important steps in human evolution. 11th point, Neanderthal man was said to be first wise man. The increasing growth of brain made man more and more intelligent and thinking animal. 12th point, later more than biological evolution, it was cultural evolution. When man started agriculture, animal rearing, there was development of civilization, arts and science, etc. About 200 years ago, there were industrial inventions and thus man now rules the earth. तर ह्या प्रश्नाचं उत्तर अशा पद्धतीचं होतं. मित्रांनो, अशा प्रकारे आपण या व्हिडिओमध्ये लेसन नंबर 1 हेरिडिटी अँड इव्होल्यूशन या पाठाचा संपूर्ण स्वाध्याय म्हणजेच एक्सरसाइज पाहिलेला आहे. आय होप तुम्हाला हा व्हिडिओ आवडला असेल. जर तुम्हाला हा व्हिडिओ आवडला असेल ना, तर नक्कीच व्हिडिओला लाईक करा, शेअर करा, त्याचबरोबर चॅनलला सबस्क्राईब करा आणि नोटिफिकेशन बेल आयकॉनवर क्लिक करा. म्हणजेच जेव्हा जेव्हा मी यांसारखे नवनवीन व्हिडिओज अपलोड करेन तेव्हा तुम्हाला त्याचं नोटिफिकेशन मिळत राहील, टिंग टिंग. आणि मित्रांनो, त्याचबरोबर खाली कॉमेंट करायला विसरू नका. मला तर माहितीच आहे की या चॅनलवरती 10th स्टँडर्डच्या सर्व विषयांचे व्हिडिओज अवेलेबल आहेत आणि हे सगळे व्हिडिओज पाहण्यासाठी डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्समध्ये ज्या लिंक आहेत त्याचा वापर तुम्ही करू शकता किंवा तुम्ही चॅनलला विजिट देखील देऊ शकता. चला तर मित्रांनो, या ठिकाणी आपण आता इथेच थांबूया. पुन्हा भेटूया नवीन व्हिडिओमध्ये, नवीन पाठासोबत, नवीन टॉपिकसोबत. सो फ्रेंड्स, थँक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस व्हिडिओ. सी यू इन नेक्स्ट व्हिडिओ. बाय बाय.